Hello everybody, welcome back to What's the Combo, a series where I am attempting to explain infinite combos and synergies in Magic cards. Today we're going to be looking at an infinite life combo that is just rotating out of Standard and is being pushed into Modern and Commander, and of course Free for All and other sets. Just jump into the graphics portion here so you can see what's going on. This infinite life combo, there are two different types. Right now this one is going to be, well, actually just the one here. There's some really easy ones and I can add them, but this one centers on Boros Reckoner. So why is Boros Reckoner such a cool card? Well, first off, for 3/3, it's about average for that. It's his ability that we're looking at. Whenever Boros Reckoner is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target creature or player. And of course, you can give him first strike for a hybrid red-white. Now, the cool thing is, Boros Reckoner is valid in both red and white decks, or red-white decks, or any deck that has either red or white, or both red and white. That's pretty much a given. He's a little bit too expensive to splash into non-red or white decks, but that's fine because this combo is best suited for white, to tell you the truth, or white-black. Now, the awesome thing is, if you give Boros Reckoner, say, lifelink, so we're going to go ahead and say we'll just use Swift Justice. There we go. Swift Justice. Now, if we cast Swift Justice and target the Boros Reckoner, and he blocks something bigger than his toughness, because this gives first strike and lifelink, not only will you get the 3 from when the Boros Reckoner doing damage to whatever it's blocking, you'll also get all the damage that is dealt to Boros Reckoner, because that's his ability. So it's and it does work because when Boros Reckoner takes damage that kills it, it's still enough damage. That damage will be redirected because the game looks at the board state. In other words, what did the board look like when the Boros Reckoner's trigger ability, the whenever clause here, what did it look like when that ticked off? And what happened was this went onto the stack with first strike and lifelink attached to that damage. So Boros Reckoner is going to deal however much damage it does. So if it's taken more than its 3 damage in life, then it's going to do that damage again. So you get 3 from the Boros Reckoner plus whatever damage he's taken. Now, say you go ahead and in response to Swift Justice, you give him Indestructible, like with the Johnny's Presence. And you could use Mortal's Ardor instead of Swift Justice to make, Mortal's Ardor is a current standard card. Well, if you give it Indestructible, well, you just suddenly have an infinite life combo. Why is that? Well, the Boros Reckoner is set to Indestructible. That means no matter how much damage is done to it, it is not going to be destroyed, which means that it can deal the damage to itself. So say it gets hit with 1 point of damage from a Marrow Shards. This is possible in Modern. And it's got, we'll just say, Swift Justice and a Johnny's Presence on it. So that's 1 life, or 2 life, sorry, to cast Marrow Shards, or 1 white mana. And then 2 more white mana to give it lifelink, first strike, and indestructibility. So the Boros Reckoner targets itself with this 1 damage that it just took from Marrow Shards. So you attack, you use Marrow Shards with these 2 on him, and then he takes a point of damage. That 1 point of damage is targeted back at Boros Reckoner because of his ability. Well, he just took some more damage, so you can target him again and keep targeting him an infinite or an arbitrarily high or an arbitrary large number of times, and you will gain all that in life. Every single bit of it. So you could go up to, say, 17 Godzillion, which is a made-up number, which is technically, how shall we say, infinite. Because nobody's going to be able to really do that much damage to you unless you're playing something like Master of Cruelties or some weird thing. Now, there's different ways that you can do the damage to the Boros Reckoner. You can block, so you don't even need Marrow Shards. You can do this in response to somebody casting a Gut Shot, or you can cast a Gut Shot, or Shower of Sparks, 1 damage to target creature, 1 damage to target player, or Spark Jolt, and you'll be able to scry 1 if you do this, or Geist Flame, or Anger of the Gods, or anything that does damage to Boros Reckoner. As long as these 2 spells are on him, you gain infinite life. Midnight Charm, that's a black version. Cruel Feeding, that's another black version. That gives lifelink. The Midnight Charm deals 1 damage to target creature and you gain a life, or at first strike until end of turn, or tap it. So you just do a point of damage and you gain a life, and then you just boop, explode. And Rain of Blades, 1 damage to each attacking creature. So this is the same thing as your Marrow Shards here. The Azorius Charm. So if you have Boros Reckoner in a blue-white deck, creatures control gain lifelink until end of turn, or draw a card, or put target attacking blocking creature in top of its owner's library. So you can give him lifelink with a blue-white card that's a bit more expensive. Swift Justice is a lot better. So that's the Boros Reckoner way of gaining infinite life. Be careful when you get hit, when he gets hit with things like Infect, because it takes it in -X -X counters, or -1 counters. So technically he gets X -1 counters when he gets hit with an Infect creature or a Wither creature. Let's see here. And the best way is to just burn him yourself with Shower of Sparks or Spark Jolt or Geist Flame. While these 2 are on here, it just costs 3 mana. If you've been able to cast Boros Reckoner and you keep that mana up, those 3 right there are enough to take him out. With Cruel Feeding and Midnight Charm, those 2 are a little bit different. You have to have 4 mana. This kicks off after 3, or if you have some way to have free red mana. Ooh, Twitter just went nuts. Oh, and Mortal's Ardor is just another way to get lifelink. So just like that. And with white, lifelink is very easy to get. Though you can see here that Cruel Feeding gets you lifelink pretty easily as well. There's other ways, and I'll go ahead and open up our little list here. If you go with Sanguine Bond, and we'll pop that up here. And let's see here, Exquisite Blood. Boy. If I could spell, that would be a whole nother thing. Is it Exquisite Blood? We should be in here somewhere. What filters do I have on? There's nothing in there. Name has blood in it. Let's do enchantment. Okay. Odd. Let me just take a look at the set filter. Ahaha. Okay. There we go. Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond. There we go. This was in Standard when Innistrad was still around and M14 hit. This is a powerhouse combo. All you had to do was have these two cards out. That's 10 mana or 5/2, and then do a point of damage to your opponent, and zoop, immediately the triggers go off of each other, and you kill people off without any problem. Now, if you're running your black-white version of the Boros Reckoner and you have Sanguine Bond out, you can immediately kill your opponent with your Boros Reckoner life gain combo. So there is that bit of lovely thing there. And there's another way to get it. Viscopa Guild. Oh, it's there. Viscopa Guild Mage, and get rid of the enchantment. There we go. Viscopa Guild Mage, which is currently in Gatecrash. This is another way to give lifelink, but it costs more. But whenever you gain life this turn, each opponent loses that much life. And Sanguine Bond or Viscopa Guild Mage do the same thing. So every time you gain life with Boros Reckoner, and you've got this Swift Justice Mortal's Ardor and damage to him, you kill your opponents at the same exact time. So there you have it. Another What's the Combo? I'm going to be continuing this series. We'll see what comes up next. Until next time, this is Excalibur. Enjoy playing Magic. Enjoy playing games. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. And I will catch you later. Excalibur is out.